Okay, here's a look at the E-mini S&P for Thursday, August the 4th, 2011. Yesterday we had mentioned that a likely support area was going to be in around 37 and a resistance area in around 63. So you can see that overnight the market reached 64 and hit 36 in the overnight session. So just out of coincidence, I suppose, but it exceeded the upper resistance by a point and the lower support by a point. So it was still kind of holding its own, but obviously we had been in this pretty strong down auction. We were thinking that yesterday's rejection of the lower prices at least gave some hope to the bulls that if they could manage to, shore up a bit of a rally, then they might attract some additional buying. Obviously that didn't happen. The market did only reach up to the resistance and then start to come down. And you can see where the regular trading hours opened right here. By the way, for those of you that haven't seen one of our videos before, these are market profiles. This is yesterday and this is what occurred today. The one in the middle here is what happened in the overnight session. So obviously a pretty weak opening and below our support there at 37, and that was taken out within just maybe 20 minutes or so of the trading session. And you can see in the first hour it dipped down and tested and basically stopped momentarily at yesterday's low. But then when the additional selling came in, it really had nowhere to go because we had now had the next target to reach was around 16 that I had mentioned. Well, the market actually hit 12 right here and bounced all the way up to 28, up to here. So it had a pretty nice bounce off of that, even though it did get down to 12 before it got up to 28, and then the rest of the day just sold off. So looking pretty bearish, and we're looking now at resistance at 1210, around 1219, and then 1228. There's really no support below. I mean, this thing could drop another 100 points in the next few days or whatever. So it's obviously very, very bearish. Here's the profiles from the regular trading hours only, and we also use that in our analysis. We had a number of trades today. As a matter of fact, we took 5. We took 7 trades today, and all of them were short trades. We did take one long trade, and that was after the market had reached, actually this is the dip I was just mentioning, this is when it hit 12. This entry price was along at 17 and got filled right here, and that was inside the green filter. That was the only long trade we took today, and it did have a fairly good bounce on it. I think it bounced about 2 3/4 points is what it bounced when it got up to here, and then obviously continued the sell-off. So the other short trades we had a short trade early right here. Unfortunately, we were stopped on that one. Then we had a really nice short right in here, which had a nice dip to it down to here. The next short we had in here did not do anything for us. Then we had another short when the market had come up here. Right here. You can see our dash red line here, and that trade worked out nicely. Then, of course, we had this magenta long right here that I was just mentioning. That was the trade that we took. Then later on, we did have a short here. Unfortunately, we got stopped out of that. It just gave a little bit too much of a rally, and you can see the last trade that we had was you can see the red down arrow right here, which turned out to be a great trade. We're short right here at 08. And that guy dropped all the way to the low of the day. Our conservative exit on that was right in here for a gain of 5 3/4 points on the final partial. So a lot of, I mean, this market is really moving around a lot right now, and tomorrow's likely going to be no different, with the economic news to be released at 8:30 in the morning. So that's going to be something that we're all going to want to monitor, because the market could obviously get very volatile at that time. Unless the news is surprisingly good, I suspect this market to sell off some more. There's really no reason to think that it's found some sort of low at this stage of the game. And so we'll be looking at trying to get short at those levels that I mentioned. And if things really get out of hand, this thing could crash and sort of do it in a sequential kind of way instead of just all in one day. But I mean, we're really looking at this. This thing could drop easily. It looks like another couple of hundred points, believe it or not. So from 1,200 to about 1,000. I'm not saying it's going to happen tomorrow by any means, but it's kind of in the cards. It looks like right now. It may take a couple of weeks or whatever to get there, but unless the market comes in and forms some really good kind of low, that's probably the course of action for the next little bit. Thanks for watching the video. That'll be it. Any questions or comments, just get a hold of us at info@eminidaytrader.com. See you tomorrow.